It's week 4 of the National Football League.
As we see a team who left L.A. take on a team who came back home.
It's the Chargers and the Raiders
under the lights on Thursday night.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. Tonight, it's on to Week 4 as we've got a good Thursday night matchup in store. As it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't...
It's 3-0 versus 2-1. A good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. This taken in at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And a short pickup to about the 25. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 23. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. 50 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today. A guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Their mobile, agile quarterback with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chargers are on the board first here in Vegas. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, the other team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
A check on Jacobs from a week ago. 11 carries, 67 yards, and a touchdown.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. It's Khalil Mack that time, shooting in there to get him to the ground. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
I don't see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Here is 3rd and 5. They'll drop the throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And he's got his man in stride, complete. It'll go as a gain of 4. And now it's 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
Taken at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you've got that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. The Raiders hit 3-0 here in the month of September. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. because remember the last drive they went 3 and out.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Back to throw here. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. That is caught. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. As they've got it as we resume action. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, let's face it, that's just a helpless feeling for a running back there. He's looking up to find a hole, and all he finds is a whole lot of ticked-off linebacker.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
I know we're just in the 2nd quarter, and there's a ways to go in this game, but that's a 2nd drop. I'm wondering if that's a little bit of an alarm bell for them when they start calling plays on the offensive side of the ball.
His eyes already looking upfield on that last one. He's by himself, Keenan Allen. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They'll get 34 yards there.
What my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a 1st down on the play. Going to go down back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the 1st down at a 21-yard gain.
The sack on 1st down took him out of a traditional running play and put him in a passing situation. but didn't stop him from running anyway, did it?
No, I was surprised when he took off. I thought, oh, he's got some space. He might pick up 5, 6, 7 yards. He goes all the way and picks up the first. They'll look to throw. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
Tyree Wilson using that athletic ability to make the play.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Now back to throw. And, oh, it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Raiders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Absolutely a golden opportunity missed there to add to their lead and really cap off an impressive drive because they've got the advantage and plenty of time to add to it. But on the flip side, plenty of time for an opposing comeback as well. So when you have the chance to distance yourself from opposition so early, partner, you know you don't want to let it slip away.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. He'll drop to throw. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
A 41-yard punt there with no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
So here are the Chargers to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Nice chunk of yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs.
And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And they'll start with great field position, trying to get back into this one. It's 1st and 10 here.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. It's caught here by Adams. And down inside the 15 he goes. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider 1st down. They'll set up to throw. Touchdown Raiders. Josh Jacobs from 13 yards out.
And the Raiders have cut it back within a score. Well, we know he has decent hands out of the backfield. That's the first time, Charles, they've targeted him in the passing game, and it pays dividends.
And I love the design, too, because they kept him in the backfield, made the defense think run first before they swung him out of there. And you're right, with his hands, they might want to throw it to him just a little bit more.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Fights forward at the 20.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
So out come the Chargers.
Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter. But you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
The Raiders call on a nickel set here for third down. Back to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that's complete to Adams. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. 2nd and a couple. They're going to look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. He'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting.
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Final 24 seconds of the first half as they come up here 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Caught by Allen. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 2nd and 5. This time they'll just keep this on the ground. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Now throw right side here going to be incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. The gun. They'll look to throw. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? And they're they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, Charles, thanks very much. Welcome in, everybody, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's take a look at what we've got on tap as we wrap up the first quarter of the NFL season. Plenty of good matchups in that 1 o'clock Eastern window. It'll be noon at Soldier Field in Chicago. And a big test for the Bears as they'll match up against the Cleveland Browns. In the late afternoon games, the place to be might very well be Denver, Colorado, where it'll be the Broncos taking on the New York Giants. And finally, a good one scheduled for Sunday Night Football between the Washington Commanders and the LA Rams. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3.
Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
How many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
On the out route, this is Adams with a catch.
And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Here's 2nd and 8. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They'll give him 4 yards there. And just like that, it's third down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Out of the gun now on third down. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll set up a throw.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
So out wide is incomplete.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
On play action, they'll throw. Forced out to his left. Boy, he almost did that himself, but it looks like he's about a foot or two short. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down. Daniel Carlson set for the Raider field goal. From the left hash, this from 37. The kick by Carlson is good, and they will take the lead at 13-10.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. L.A. readies for its next possession. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger 1st down.
And it's pretty evident that this passing game has been frustrated so far. They haven't really moved the ball the way we might have expected, but this is a good pickup here for the 1st down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 42-yard line. They'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. They'll drop to throw. Escaping the... And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Maxx Crosby, his 2nd sack of the night. And keep in mind, in addition to the 2 sacks that he now has, CD, he's also had a couple of quarterback hurries. He's been very disruptive.
To put it mildly, and it reminds me of the time I asked an offensive tackle who struggled like this in a game. He said he was telling the coach, hey, what do you want me to do? This guy's just eating me alive. And the coach finally just looked at him and said, applaud.
Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. It's like, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner.
Well, so much for being backed up against their goal line to start the drive. He gave some breathing room and then some. I think the defense really got caught thinking safety, trying to stack the line of scrimmage. And oftentimes, if you can get past the initial grouping, there's a lot of room to run. The defense actually fortunate that didn't go farther.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Back to throw now on first down. He finds his man, complete. That's Adams. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Eluding the pressure right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. He'll look to throw. And it is caught. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 28. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10.
Off the option, he'll try and run with it.
And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
On a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for L.A. He'll drop to throw. And this is caught right along the side. good job of keeping the toes in bounds there. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. The Chargers on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
No question, he's so dangerous down here near the goal line. The safeties, they have to be involved in run support against a quarterback like this. And in turn, they're going to ask their teammates to be involved as well.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
65 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind that it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
So with your team leading in the 4th quarter, you know you've got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. Once again, it's Jacobs. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. Jacobs going to try the middle. There he goes, left side. Down to the 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Josh Jacobs with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the fourth quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
They'll try and throw for it. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, you know, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So the Chargers now down by 12. A minute 36 to go. Their offense has struggled all night, and now they need to find 2 scores late to try to pull this thing out. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete. Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
They're going to look to throw. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
Here's 2nd down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked that 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. And the clock will roll down to zeros. 4 weeks in, 4-0. I don't think anybody needs to alert the 72 Dolphins just yet, but great start to the season.
Great start. How about taking a knee at the end? And there's no better feeling for a team than to do that, to close out a victory. But you're right, at 4-0, they're sending a message to the rest of the league. They're going to be tough to deal with.
So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders.
And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but 2nd, 3rd, and 4th quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for the Raiders, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll have a few extra days here now before they face the Lions next week. Meanwhile, for L.A., they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.